Good day everyone, I'm Hurley of Warify Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the Hydees ST2 Pro Nebula. Yeah. Before we proceed, I'd like to thank Hydees for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured na all of my reviews, of course including this one, are transparent and honest to the core. Para win-win sa ating lahat, because I don't like editing too much when it comes to video. I am more of a photo guy. So everything you hear and see in this video are unfiltered. Okay? Mm-mm. So to give you a little background, si Heidi's ST2 Pro has been in the works for a while now. Heidi's contacted me for the ST2 Pro around, I guess, July or August pa. Oo, tas ngayon lang siya parang naging, ano talaga, naging, ayan, in its present form. Nagkaroon na siya ng present copy. So, here's the ST2 Pro as you can see. So, si ST2 Pro, ito yung box niya. Oo. It is a Nebula USB-C DAC digital earphones. As you can see, and my ESS. Yes, this is the latest ESS as far as I remember and as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. It supports DSD. Yes, I've tried those. It supports MQA. I haven't tried those. I am not a fan of MQA, but it's okay. At least alam nating supported siya ng MQA. And then, as you can see sa box, wait lang, let me focus it for you. Yan, as you can see, it has the ES9281 AC Pro. Which is, as far as I know, is a flagship ESS chip. Sa pagkakatanda ko. So there's that. Bale, this is a some people call this as an IEM with a DSP cable, but I call this as an IEM na may USB DAC nakasama sa cable. But yeah, let's agree to disagree. It really depends sa tao. Both are really correct actually. Pero ayun, here we are. So ito yung accessories na kasama. As you can see, it is quite bare bones. I am not sure kung magkano yung official price nito because Heidi's at the time of making this video, hindi sa akin sinabi personally kung magkano to. But based sa overall experience ko, I am guessing that this is around 3,000 pesos below or $60 below, hopefully. Based sa overall experience ko. Okay? So here is the case or pouch na may emboss ng Heidi's. Nothing special. And here is the ear tips na kasama. Isang pair lang yung kasama. And yan, may adapter siya, USB-C to USB-A for you to use if your personal computer does not have a USB-C. But I used it both sa USB-A and sa USB-C ng phones and laptop ko, and I had no problems with it connecting that. And here is the cable. As you can see, it does have the nebula aesthetic. It does have the nebula aesthetic. But it is sleeve, as you can see. As some of you know, I am not a fan of the sleeve cables. Kasi ayun nga, prone sila sa dirt and prone sila sa odor even no matter how clean you are down the line. Kasi nga, syempre, you'll be using this elsewhere. Sa office, sa commutes. I use this sa office, sa commutes, sa conference calls. Kasi ayun nga, may mic siya. It has a mic. And I am glad to report you that the mic works well and it is clear naman. Pero ayun nga, I am not a fan of cable of the sleeve cable. And here is the here's the DAC chip itself. I'm not sure na if I can focus this. Maybe I'll just overlay a close-up picture of this one. Pero ayan yung niya. And may indicator yan whenever na ipa-plug in mo. And gagamitin mo siya sa phone mo or sa PC mo kung ano yung file format na piniplay niya. So, it's a nice touch na alam mong gumagana yung dongle. And then, may cable winder. And here are the IEMs itself. As you can see. In all of its glory. It looks nice, personally. It really looks nice, yung design niya and such. But in my opinion, hindi ko pa rin talaga sure kung magkano to. Hopefully, this is cheaper than what I expect. The $60. Pero yun nga kasi, yung build quality niya feels cheap, in my honest opinion. It really feels cheap. Magaan na parang hollow. Yung niya, yung build quality niya sa plastic. Oo. I could have let it pass if and only if ginawa nilang hindi transparent to, para alam mo yun, may additional vibes and flair to it. Pero ayun nga, it is very subjective. Probably some people will not find it like the way I do. Pero ayun, personally, I find it really cheap. Sa akin lang naman yun though. It isn't really a deal breaker sa overall experience kasi maganda yung fit and comfort na itong IM na to. So, I had no problems with it. Probably sa visual looks lang and sa tangible feel to it, but that's just me. And as you can see, it's the Heidi's logo with the Thunderbolt there. It's my first time seeing that logo ng Thunderbolt sa Heidi's product. Okay. So, sa drivability, since this connects via USB-C, and yes, detachable to. Detachable yung cable na to. So, in theory, you can use a 3.5 millimeter na cable dito sa Heidi's SD2 Pro to use it if if like let's say ayaw mo nang gamitin yung cable na to na may USB dock. Pero yun nga, since this is detachable ang cable, it is still on the practical side. Sa drivability, wala akong naging problems with it. Yeah, I had no problems with that. Obviously, most IEMs naman na may included na DSP cable, in theory, dapat wala kang problem kasi they included the cable, so it means na alam nila na kayang i-properly power or parang ayun, ang tawag doon, maganda yung pairing niya sa source and sa IEM. So ayun, you will have no problems with it. And ayun nga yung one of the pros ng gantong setup is hindi mo na kailangan ng dongle na na isasaksak mo pa sa phone kasi andito na yung dongle itself. So parang mas minimal yung dala mo. Like let's say you're running for errands or commutes. Very, very practical for a modern day standard. Even though personally, I still prefer my 3.5 millimeter dongle and a dedicated audio player. But that's just me. For most people, nagagamitin to, will have no problems with it. Okay? Now, as for the sound, ang sound nitong Heidi's SD2 Pro is like your usual Heidi's home sound or sound signature, which is your usual V-shape. V-shape siya na well done in my opinion for a company na nagse-specialize ng USB dongles and sources kasi hindi siya all over the place. It is, sabihin na natin, decently tuned, lalo na for the expected price, what I am expecting. Okay? So yung bass niya, it is sakto lang. Ang meaning ko sa sakto is yung elevation niya, hindi siya over the board. Pwede pa rin siya ma-enjoy ng bass heads, but at the same time, if they want something more rumbly, talaga na ear shaking, this is not for them. Pero yun nga, for most people, lalo na yung gusto lang ng bassy set, this is a good set for that. Yung mid-bass and sub-bass niya, yung elevation are mostly the same for most of the time. May slight lang na, what do you call this? May slight na bias lang sa sub-bass on some tracks na bassy talaga. May slight bias doon. May time umiibabaw yung sub-bass over sa mid-bass. And doon ko nahalata na mas less punchy siya and mas rumbly. Not the other way around. But that doesn't mean na very slow yung bass netong SD2 Pro Nebula. It is not slow by any means. Oo. Yung bass head yung na pinatry neto, nasabi niya na kulang pa sa kanya yung bass. So there's that. Hindi bass head yun so ibig sabihin mahilig siya sa, alam mo yun, naglilinger talaga yung bass, yung sub-bass. So ayun, no problems on that. There is a slight mid-bass bleed na nagbe-bleed sa mids, but it is in a good way. I guess ganun talaga yung tuning niya. Hindi siya like unprecedented or something. Okay? Now, punta tayo sa mids. As for the mids, it is mildly recessed, but it isn't smeared or drowned. It never sounded drowned to my ears. It is actually a pleasant listen in the sense na slightly smooth siya, but at the same time, hindi overly thick. But at the same time, andun yung added thickness ng mid-bass bleed. Okay, so yung lower instruments and vocals sounds really smooth lush. Yung usual na pang casual listening purposes talaga. As for the upper frequencies, it is elevated. Definitely, it is elevated, borderline bright. It is clear. It is sparkly. There are times na may slight peaks and harshness to it. Oo, lalo na sa sibilan prone tracks, doon talaga meron na nagke-carry over sa treble. For most people, it won't be a problem, but for those people na very sensitive sa treble, sa elevated or sparkly, brighter sound signatures ng upper frequencies, it can be a problem and something to look out for. Or, ayun nga, you may want to look for something else na lang aside dito sa ST2 Pro na hindi prone sa sibilant yung upper frequencies. Now, as for the treble is well extended. I had no problems with it on general. Ayun nga, may slight peaks and harshness pa rin on very sibilant prone tracks, but that's just a minor case. Pero for those people na ina-acknowledge ko na medyo sensitive yung tenga, will have problems with that. Probably they may find the treble a bit zingy or a bit fatiguing to their liking. Pero like sabihin natin after like 2 to 3 hour mark tsaka lang nila mapapansin yun. It depends from people to people. Personally, I did not have any problems with it. But at the same time, I am aware na there are people na mas sensitive talaga yung tenga when it comes to upper frequencies or extra upper frequencies. Detail retrieval is above average in my opinion. Oo, na madali ko narinig yung details, yung micro details, micro nuances. I had no problems with it. Okay? Now, as for the technical performance is your, like, let's just say, usual. The same but different. Nothing to write home about na yung soundstage is wider than deep, na may good amount of height and depth. Sakto lang. Yung separation and layering is okay. It is very, it's actually very good at times. May times lang na nakaranas ako ng slight congestion to it. Oo, pero hindi naman siya like recurring. Actually, hinahanap-hanap ko pa nga just to prove my point. Pero ayun nga, sa test tracks ko, around 5 tracks lang yata yung nakaranas ako niyan, na busy yung tracks. And sa imaging, it is accurate and precise enough. And I do see na mas convenient ito for competitive mobile gaming in the sense na you just plug this USB dock and literal na plug and play. Yung mic gumagana, yung play pause buttons noon gumagana, yung mic quality gumagana. So, you can communicate with your teammates or trash talk them if you want to with this IEM. So, no problem doon. So, saan siya maganda i-compare? Well, as I have mentioned, I don't know kung ano talaga yung official price na ito by the time that I am recording this video. So, I'll expect na nasa ballpark siya ng within 3,000 pesos below. Sige, so saan siya maganda i-compare? Sa SIMGOT EW200 first. Si SIMGOT EW200 is a brighter sounding IEM na mas warm, na mas malapit siya sa neutral and mas prone sa sibilant prone tracks. Pero yung technical performance niya is obviously better than the ST2 Pro in my humble opinion. Now, next is the yung Celes Ignite X Beast. The Celes Ignite X Beast is a more balanced, it is a more thicker, warmer sounding IEM when compared sa ST2 Pro. Both can be used for gaming. Bibilan mo lang ng cable yung Celes Ignite X Beast. Meron silang binibentang gaming cable, yung may mic na may boom mic, yun. Pwedeng ganoon. Pero, ayun nga, both of them are very versatile for what they are sa sound. They are very all-rounder. It's just that mas thicker and mas balanced yung Celes Ignite X Beast when compared dito sa ST2 Pro. However, yung Celes Ignite X Beast also suffers mild driver or BA timbre. So, it is more of a driver quirk than more of an intended tuning. So, there's that. Okay, saan pa siya maganda i-compare? Sa SIMGOT EA500LM. Yung SIMGOT EA500LM is a, let's say, better, definitely better in overall when compared dito sa ST2 Pro. Bakit kaya mo? Yung mas ramdam ko na parang mas madali or mas versatile siya sa kahit anong track na ibato ko. Yung bass niya is mas controlled, mas may detail and mas may layer. Yung mids niya is obviously mas more open. Oo, at the cost na mas prone sa sibilan prone tracks, but it's more of a different ear thing. And yung treble niya is mas detailed and mas malinaw. Sa technical performance din, definitely mas better yung EA500LM when compared dito sa ST2 Pro in my opinion. It's just that yung base price ng EA500LM is, as far as I know, wala pang kasamang mic. Unlike neto is may kasamang mic na, may kasamang dongle na din. So, literal na wala ka na magiging problems when it comes dun sa pagiging plug and play or pagiging reliable na everyday carry. So, there's that. So, anong verdict ko sa ST2 Pro? Ang verdict ko sa ST2 Pro, while I am not really a fan of yung USB-C na nakadikit lang sa phone or plug and play sa phone, since I mostly use 3.5mm jack and a dedicated dock most of the time, I do find this very convenient, lalo na for those people who are not into hobby. Kasi for those people na wala sa hobby, just want an IM that is very reliable but at the same time delivers really good sound. Sure, this will not be for everyone, especially for those seasoned audiophiles or those audiophiles na nasa hobby, since syempre they want something na parang alam mo yun, they want their cable in 4.4, they want their dongle na may 4.4, they want a they want a digital audio player na dedicated, which I can relate of. Pero ayun nga, for most people na like laging on the go, laging gusto ng something reliable and at the same time alam nilang maganda yung tunog and very decent yung tunog under 3,000 pesos, hopefully ayun yung price neto, the ST2 Pro will definitely deliver. In fact, it is more than enough pa nga. And if I am being practical, you just want something that gets the job done na may decent ang sound, you can just get an EDC Pro tapos bumili ka ng DSP cable or ng cable na may USB-C and call it a day. But ayun nga, the ST2 Pro or the Hydees ST2 Pro Nebula takes itself a bit more further than that, given na they are offering you a flagship top of the line na ESS DAC as I record this video. So definitely it is a very nice touch in the sense na alam mong maganda yung binabayaran mong components for it. But again, the Hydees ST2 Pro takes everything na practical with some extras. Yun nga, yung pagkakaroon niya ng dongle pagkakaroon na ng USB dock na included na top of the line is a very nice touch. Kasi in theory, if like let's say the driver fails, edi like pwede ka na lang bumili ng driver or ng IEM na iba and just plug it in na hindi ka problema sa USB dock or sa dongle na i-prepare mo with it kasi meron ka ng dongle dito sa cable. So ayun, it is a very nice touch if you're coming from a perspective ng practical na tao who just wants an everyday carry. But for seasoned audiophiles talaga, again, this may not be for them. It really depends sa magiging usage. It is quite common sense, pero ayun nga, there are people na who still who wants a clarification kasi or a second voice when it comes to this. So I do appreciate those types of people talaga. Kasi syempre, at the end of the day, ang hanapin mo talaga is yung magagamit mo dun sa intended purpose mo and at the same time, sulit yung paggagamitan mo na hindi ka magsasayang ng pera o hindi siya buyer's remorse or impulse buy. So, props to Hydees on catering this type of usage nga. Kasi most audiophiles or most audiophile brands still use 3.5mm jack. They still use 4.4 balanced jack. So ayun, it is nice to have na meron tayong variation na may gumagamit ng DSP cable. Making the lives of most people very convenient, very efficient. Para walang masasayang na oras and pera, 'di ba? Mm. And that ends my review for the Hydees ST2 Pro. Again, I'd like to thank Hydees for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured na all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core. Wala tayong magiging problem doon. I am keeping my word because this is a hobby. Okay, this isn't a, even so kahit man maging business. I mean, like let's say, halimbawa katulad ako nila Crinacle or something na maging business talaga. I will be doing my best na maging honest. Kasi alam mo 'yun, I am living with the morals, I guess. I'm living with the morally correct morals. If I am making sense, but oh well. So, ang next review natin for this one would be Fine Clean. Yeah. Nakasalang na siya ngayon, and as by the time of this recording, I am writing my draft about it. So far so good. And see you on the next one.